Good Saturday morning to you. It is Saturday morning, October 25th. It is a wet, cool morning here in my part of the world. I hope you're getting to enjoy the weekend with who you want, doing what you want. We had a crazy week. A week ago this morning, we were in Pawhuska, Oklahoma, getting ready for the last round of the Women's Ranch Rodeo Finals. Candace's team did good there. They won the average in the doctrine and third in average straight across and third in the world, I believe is right. It was a long year. It was a year of ups and downs, but it ended up being a great and fun year. And those girls came together and they did a good job. They represented my family name well. We came home, basically swapped horses, loaded a head horse for me, and then we went to Uvalde to the South Texas Showdown. Bart Hutton has begun that roping down there. I guess this was maybe the third year, and man, that thing has just blossomed into an unbelievable event. If you're in that part of the world this time of the year, I recommend you go. In the match opens yesterday, Tanner Tomlinson and Jade Corkle were crap. They were 3 on every steer, 4 heads straight across. I mean, pretty hard just to catch anything that's any better watching than that. Then we came home. Just had crap to do all over the place. I had to run to pick some hay up in New Mexico. And that's usually a one-day deal. I usually run out there, get a load, come back. And wasn't so easy this time. I got there, got loaded, man, no problem. Those people are so good to me. Hay was really good, got loaded. Got just out of town, just out of where I picked the hay up, and blowed a tire off the trailer. Well, no problem. I got a spare, and I can usually pretty well handle that loaded trailer, no problem. But being loaded, it's always easier if you can call a tire service, so I did. And it took them a little time, but I could see some storm clouds building out on the horizon. I thought, heck, I'm ahead of it. I looked at the weather before I left this morning. I mean, nobody in their right mind tries to move alfalfa hay when it's trying to rain, right? So the guy gets there, gets the tire off, gets a new tire on, and is putting it back on the trailer, and lightning starts hitting all around us. And that old open country, New Mexico, that lightning hits just a little harder. And I had to coax my guy. My tire guy really didn't want to finish, but I got him to finish and got him to get it back on the trailer and let the jack down. I paid him and rolled out of there, and it was just trying to rain when I did. I mean, I just barely escaped it. So I go looking at the weather, and I get across there and realize that I'm fixing to run into the back of a storm that's built in front of me. So I decide, okay, I'll just go north, go around it, get ahead of it, get home, and I can get the hay unloaded before the rain hits. So I go up to the north and start around it and blow another tire. And by now it's dark. I thought, well, this will be fun. Just so happens I find online, call them, 24-hour tire service at this one tire store. I'll limp it on into town. Guy gets me rolling, but by now it's raining. So I roll a little ways in between bands of the storm. I stop and I lay back and I don't sleep worth a rip. All the driving I've done, I cannot sleep in a pickup. I don't know why, but I just never have slept worth a rip in one. So I wait and watch the weather, and finally it gets to where I think I can beat it. And I get to my yard, to my headquarters, and get the door throwed open on the barn, get the tractor cranked, get a thing or two adjusted so I can stack hay, unstrap the trailer, and the bottom falls out. I finally got back home at 3:30 in the morning. Now that was a day of hauling hay. And you know, if I didn't have a little of this in my life, I'd have been ready to melt down. I'd have been kicking and cussing and throwing a fit, probably been drunk by then. But the way it goes, we just kind of have to keep taking the bad with the good and just keep moving. And I'm thankful for that in my life. And if it works for me, it'll work for you too. Let's get into it for October the 25th. I am God with you for all time and throughout eternity. Don't let the familiarity of that concept numb its impact on your consciousness. My perpetual presence with you can be a continual source of joy, springing up and flowing out in streams of abundant life. Let your mind reverberate with meanings of my names: Jesus, the Lord saves, and Emmanuel, God with us. Strive to remain conscious of my presence even in your busiest moments. Talk with me about whatever delights you, whatever upsets you, whatever is on your mind. These tiny steps of daily discipline, taken one after the other, will keep you close to me on the path of life. All I can really tell you about that, especially since I took up so much time telling stories, is that one of the most meaningful things I ever heard come from a country man, a man that was a rancher and a cowboy that had a really close relationship with God. I heard him give a young man some advice. And he said, son, God's your friend. Speak to him like your friend. Talk to him like your friend. Let him in on everything you're doing. Now remember, he's the king. You can't talk down to him. But remember that if you'll involve him, your life will show. We talk about it in roping all the time. When you ride your horse correctly, you go to the correct position, you use the technical basics correctly. When you set your heeler up, your heeler ropes him, you set him up for success. You do the basics correctly, and look at how successful the run can be. Same as with your life. Do the basics correctly. Keep him involved. And then you're a winner. And winners aren't surprised by success. The scripture it gives today for the devotional is Matthew 1:21 and 23, John 10:10, and Acts 2:28. Your joy came first thing this morning. Say it every time. Put some peace, some love, some forgiveness, all with it. Some kindness. And don't forget, you may be the only Bible a person ever reads. Act accordingly. Y'all have a great Saturday.